Oh, I didn't see you there. It's me, Anselmo, the Meatball Formalo, here at the Cardinal and Meatball Show. I'm here to talk to you about a game. A game that is a weird word. It's called Ninjala, or Ninjala. I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm gonna say Ninjala. I think in the game they say Ninjala, but I think that sounds dumb. So, as you probably saw from the splash footage shown at the beginning of this review, it is a multiplayer battling game that is obviously riding off the coattails of Splatoon. Splatoon being I enjoyed Splatoon a lot. It had that special Nintendo quality. Only Nintendo could take a multiplayer deathmatch genre and turn it into a non-violent paintball match and make it really engaging and interesting and original. The real question, apart from aesthetics, which Ninjala definitely shares, it doesn't have any of that kind of original spirit that Splatoon had. Question, yes. Answer, So, I played this game. It's for the Nintendo Switch, of course. I played it for a few hours. Played it for maybe 3 hours or so. I'm usually not much of a multiplayer competitive kind of player. I don't really have a competitive temperament. I don't really enjoy them. But the aesthetic kind of drew me in. And plus, it was free to play. It's a free game. Everything's free. The core of the game, which is the multiplayer battle online stuff, which is the core of the game, is free. The only thing you buy are like story chapters. If you're interested in learning more about the world of Ninjala, you can do that, or not. You can just forego that and just play the multiplayer for free. So, how did I feel about Ninjala? I'm just going to go through. This is my method. It's a little different than Cardinals. Mine's a little. I like to break it down. So we're going to start with graphics and presentation. Now, as you can see just by watching that trailer, it's like, wow, they're really ripping off that Splatoon aesthetic, which is true. But I can't fully blame them because Splatoon was a huge hit, and it's a very engaging, colorful kind of design. So why not? I mean, cartoons do it all the time. I mean, all modern cartoons pretty much look the same. Pretty much every era of cartoons kind of kept a certain kind of design aesthetic, and it's the same. I mean, there's nothing wrong with using something that worked elsewhere. So there's that. If you liked the way Splatoon looked, then you'll like the way Ninjala looked. I don't mind it. I kind of like it. I like that it's colorful and stuff. I gotta say, Splatoon is better designed. I mean, it's Nintendo. It's kind of hard to like beat that in-house Nintendo design team because they're just so cohesive with everything that they design. Ninjala, it's okay. It definitely seems like a B plus mimicry of Splatoon, but it's passable. It's okay. I wish there was a little more diverse like character designs, because like you can customize your characters, but in the end they all wear the same. I don't know. They just end up looking the same. I don't know. Whatever. It's free to play. So you can hang out. Like I said, it's a free to play multiplayer game. You hang out in this little hub area, which is like your apartment. You can change sections, and I don't know. It's kind of cute. It's like a diorama kind of. It's like a diorama scene of your apartment, and you go to every screen. It's a different. Your character has this like fat cat that hangs around, and I'm like, tight. This game has a overweight cat plus 10 points. Pretty cool. The menu design, like the UI, the user interface, it's not good. It's just not good. It's just not good. It gets confusing. There's writing everywhere. It's a mess. It's a mess. It's not intuitive at all. I mean, it's easy to just jump in. They at least make that easy. But kind of learning the in and outs of the game, it's not intuitive. It's not good. The menus suck. That's all I really have to say about graphics and presentation. I mean, solid enough design for free to play. I'm going to kind of keep going back to free to play because, I mean, you really have to take price into account when it comes to games. And I mean, and if the core gameplay loop is free, then I mean you have to take that into account. So on to sound, voice, and music. It kind of borrows that Splatoon, like hyper Japanese pop kind of thing. If you liked that from Splatoon, it also kind of reminds me of The World Ends with You, which is a action Japanese role playing game for the DS. Came out years ago. Also had that kind of like poppy, jumpy J-rock, J-pop. It's all right. It's fine. It gets you pumped. There's no voices, but there is an announcer for the matches, and it's pretty much a Smash Bros. Ripoff. Like it's kind of hilariously derivative of the Smash announcer. Like he's like, Ninjala, round one. Like it's just it's very much Smash Bros. Which again, I mean, if you're gonna, I mean, it's the Switch. You gotta. I mean, at least they're kind of like keeping with the, I don't know, the Nintendo style. It's kind of a smattering of borrowed Nintendo identities, but whatever. I mean, this is definitely geared towards younger kids. You know, they're gonna hear that Smash Bros like announcer and be like, "Oh boy, that sounds like Smash Bros." And see the design and be like, "Oh, that's like Splatoon." Whatever. No judgies. Gameplay and mechanics. Now, this is the core of the game, obviously. Well, not obviously, because there's really no story. You pay for story. I didn't pay for the story. I don't care. I just played the gameplay. So, like I said, it is free to play. It's not free to start. There's no, at least not so far. There's no, paid gates of advancement and skill. Like, you just, play more, you'll get more stuff, get good. Now it's unlike Splatoon, it's kind of it's more brawling than shooting paint. You're not really shooting paint. You're not really shooting at all. There's a few, attacks that do projectiles, but generally, you're brawling. You're using weapons and stuff. So it's like a weapon-based kind of multiplayer game. Pretty cool. It has like almost a Dissidia Final Fantasy / Power Stone kind of vibe, which is pretty cool. There hasn't been a lot of multiplayer brawlers. When I think about it, they're usually either shooting or shooting. So this it's interesting. It's interesting. So the game focused primarily on melee combat, of course. There's 3 types of weapons with different abilities attached to each weapon. There's like light, medium, heavy weapon, and then there's 3 of each of those 3 weapons with each their own ability set, which is cool. It's diverse, so you get like basically 12 different kind of loadouts, I guess you could say, to choose from. At least from what I played, you can't customize your loadout. Maybe you can later once you get to a certain level, but I was not able to. It'd be nice. So being a ninja game, you can like run on the walls, and it's pretty smooth the way like your character and you just like start running on walls, and you feel like a Ninjala. I don't know what that means. It's weird. But yeah, you run and jump, you double jump, That's how you like navigate the maps and stuff. Maps, there's 2 maps. We'll get to that. You can play. There's not a lot of modes. I mean, this game just started, so they're probably gonna add more. At least they better. I mean, they should. There's really only Battle Royale and Team, basically. It's 8 players, either teams or solo of a Battle Royale. I really wish they could add. They should really add some more modes, like a capture the flag or something. Just something different. It's just kind of like, all right, this is it. So in terms of abilities, so they tried to do this thing, you know how Splatoon has like the ink, and they have this the whole gameplay is built around ink and how to use ink and different ways you can use ink. They try to do something like that here with bubblegum. It sounds stupid just saying it out loud. It's not pulled off very well, honestly. It's interesting, I guess. So basically, like, you have a button that you blow a bubblegum bubble with, and then once that bubble is blown, you can use special abilities when that thing is blown. You know what I mean? So you have like two or three special abilities that can only be used when you have that blown. Which, I mean, it leads to some sort of strategy, because you have to, like, if you want to use it, you got to kind of get away from battle a little bit and blow your bubble, and then use that bubble gum to do stuff with. It's interesting. You know, you can launch them at opponents. You can use them as ranged attacks. You can. It's pretty cool. And there's like little drones on the map. And you can increase your bubble gum with those drones, like these little flying things. So that kind of leads to like a little strategy there, especially in team, because like you'll learn to kind of like, everyone's kind of fighting over these drones to raise their bubble gum and then attack better. Yeah, it's alright. Like a ninja, you're a ninja. So you can like press, I think, the A button, and you turn into a prop in the level, like a ninja. It's silly. It kind of works. I've gotten plenty of people with it. You know what I mean? Like, especially like when you start a match and like you're next to some like potted plants and you press A and it's like, I'm a potted plant. I'm a potted plant. And then a guy comes by and you're like, I'm not a potted plant. And you jump at him and it's kind of cool. You kind of feel like a ninja sometimes in the game, which is pretty neato. There is, it is more combo based, which is kind of nice, because it's not like, a regular shooter deathmatch kind of game where you're just like, I killed the most people, like I'm a winner. And this one, it's a fighting game basically, like Dissidia. It reminds me a lot of Dissidia, actually. I would not be surprised if someone worked on this game who worked on Dissidia, because like you're jumping in the air and like, like ninja anime stuff. It's pretty cool when that happens. I'm terrible at it when that happens, but it's pretty cool to watch. And you have these special knockouts called, it's like Ippon or Ippon. I don't know how to speak Japanese too good. Basically, like, if you KO someone within a combo, you get an Ippon bonus, and you get like bonus score to your team or to yourself. It's cool. It encourages doing combos. So yeah, it's like I said, there's not a lot of options in terms of gameplay style. There's really just quick battle, which just takes you to a 8-player no team battle royale, which is not fun at all. I need a little structure in my multiplayer games. There is a room battle, which you can like join a room, and there's custom rule battle, which you can make the room. And then there is the like the custom rules. And then you can make like rooms of the actual fun mode of the game that I had the funnest was the team battle, and that was pretty cool. I really enjoyed the team battle. I liked working like I said, like you and your team like going towards the drones and leveling up your bubblegum, and then attacking the other team. It was pretty cool. Let's see. Problems with it really. The camera, not so good. The camera, there's different modes. Like you can have an auto camera. I just ended up switching to auto camera because the camera just stinks. Like controlling it just stinks. The lock on is just as bad. I kept switching. There's like multiple modes of lock on, and all of them are not good. The manual, not good. The auto, the best one is just the plain auto. There's like an auto lock on, and then like some other type of auto lock on that I tried. I'm like, I don't know what's going on. It's the same problem I had with the newest Dissidia game, where there's just too many people on the field. Like, I don't know, to have a brawler like this, like fighting 7 other dudes in a brawler game is really tough because people are just flying everywhere, up, down, left, right, just people punching and doing special attacks and stuff. It's very confusing, and when your camera, and especially when your lock on system is not good, it leads to a lot of really frustrating deaths. Just like another problem I had with it. So far, there's only 2 stages. Really just one, because there's the stage you get in the beginning, which is literally just like a cage match. It's just like a ring. It's terrible. It's garbage. I hated it. The second stage you get is pretty cool. It's a more open area. There's skyscrapers. You're in the city. There's a highway. There's places to do things. That was really cool. But two stages. I know the game just dropped. I get it. But just dropping a game, a free to play game with only 2 stages, and one of them, the good one, locked through like gameplay. I had to play to level 5 just to get that second stage. I was just like, that's a shame. So yeah, like I said, there's no real story in the game. I was gonna go through story and narrative, but there ain't none. You're a ninja, fighting ninjas with bubblegum. But yeah, I don't really rank games, but if I did, I would give this B plus. Not terrible. I'm not too good at gauging multiplayer games, but if you liked Splatoon and you liked Dissidia, then give it a try. It's free to play. Yeah, well, I hope you enjoyed the video. This has been Meatball with the Cardinal and Meatball Show, bidding you farewell.